Hey guys, and welcome once again to the weekly card pull. So here are our cards today, card A, card B, and card C. I'm Joe from Expanding Joy, and welcome. If you are new here, welcome to my channel, and I am going to I have chosen cards. I haven't looked at them, and now I'm going to channel the collective of angels that I call Sam, and they are going to give us messages related to the cards. So take a deep breath. Pause for a moment and allow your intuition to choose which card is pulling you, card A, B, or C. And we are going to start off with A because when I go backwards or something, I get all mixed up. So we're going to start with the A right off the bat. Okay, actually, oh, there we go. Oh, so this card deck, I haven't used this one in a long time. It was at the back of my desk. So this is called The Journey of Love, um, by Anna Fairchild. Nice. Okay, they're beautiful cards. And this is card A. Ooh, Legacy of Light. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's see what Sam has to say about it. Hmm. Hello, 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 dear ones. We are so pleased that you have joined us for this conversation. For even if you are not speaking in this moment to us, this is a conversation because, as always, everything is a vibrational experience, and you are emanating a vibration, a frequency, yes, your energy at all times. And this is what we are picking up on. This is what we are tapping into. It is not only you who tap into us, but rather we also tap into you. And as your higher self is in the room today, corresponding and communicating and conversing with you. So this message is from the collective of angels, as she knows as Sam, but also this includes your higher self, dear one. And so it is, we are speaking directly to you. Yes, yes, for we feel your energy and we are sending you our energy. This is a conversation. A conversation does not always need to be in the form of words, but rather simply a communication between two or more parties. That is a conversation, dear one. And we invite you to relax and feel into this conversation. Yes. So if you have picked card A, then we are in the invitation for you to notice that this time of year is full of connecting with, remembering of loved ones and those who have been in your life over the years. For it is this time of year that you think of with joy or sadness, or with some of each, about others in your lives. And this opportunity brings about the reminder that others too are thinking of you. And so, with this thought in mind, we invite you to tap into and make sure that you are leaving indeed a legacy of light rather than of fear or stuckness or any other energy that you may be thinking of in this moment. For we know that this time of year is full of joy, but also full of hardships and full of what you call triggers that bring up memories. So you will be indeed one of these memories, whether it is now or in the future. But we invite you to then notice what it is you would like to leave behind in the memories of others. Not that you are going anywhere anytime soon, for many of the people you are currently thinking of have gone nowhere. They are still living their lives in the 3D human world, but you still ponder on them or think of past reflections and memories, and others are doing this about you as well. So it is not just a one-sided deal here, for you are in the thoughts of many, many people as you are sitting here watching this, as you are going about your day. You may feel the energy of them thinking of you, and they come to mind suddenly as well. But this is the invitation at this time, if you have chosen this card, to realize that you are at all moments leaving a legacy. Yes. It may not be that you have children or grandchildren that you are leaving a what you would call legacy behind for, but rather it is all the people that you have interacted with and had a connection with over time. It is these people, whether they are related or not, or blood or not, it does not matter, for you are in each moment leaving a legacy. It is with each interaction that you are leaving behind a vibrational imprint. And we invite you at this time to notice and to recalibrate, if necessary, into the legacy that you would like to leave. Yes. For you may be simply walking out of the coffee shop and leaving behind an imprint of a conversation with a stranger. This is a legacy. You may be at the end or near the ending of your human life at this point and are thinking of the totality of your life. That too is a legacy. But it is also the small moments, the interactions that you have with a variety of people. Just because you are leaving the room or leaving the conversation does not mean that you are leaving Earth, but rather legacy is also the moment to moment, day to day imprints that you are leaving behind, the echoes of the vibration that you are carrying. So as you walk forward, what would you like to leave behind as a trail of energy? For others, are picking up on this, and at all times, somebody is thinking or remembering you. How would you like them to remember you? Yes. Go forth, dear one, and notice as you leave, you are leaving behind yourself an energetic imprint. This is your legacy. Oh, I like that. It's kind of like the feeling that I got right away was that it doesn't have to be big. We always think of, sorry, such a dry mouth. Um, we always think of legacy as being something big to leave behind, right? And usually when we die. But rather, it's what they showed me so clearly was like, no, having a conversation in a coffee shop in the line while you're waiting with somebody else, that as you leave, you're leaving the conversation, you're not leaving the planet, but as you leave that conversation, you are leaving behind a legacy. And that energetic imprint is what is our legacy. I love that. So it's not the money, it's not your will, it's not trust funds, it's the energetic imprint that you leave behind. That is cool. I love that. And do you want to leave it as fear-based or light-based? Okay, card number B. So this is card B, and this is from the Moonology deck. Love this deck. Oops. Moonology messages. Oh. Full moon forgiveness. Love that. Hang on, sorry. Oh, dear one, if there ever was a word that was more misinterpreted or rife with, everything from guilt to shame to all kinds of emotions that are on the lower end of the spectrum or the ladder, then forgiveness is one of them. For it has gone through the gamut of definitions and what is meant by it and what is required of it. And well, everybody should do it, and so forth and so forth. And yet, it is one of those things that hangs you up, and gets you stuck so tightly between a rock and a hard place. Yes, so we want to clear up a few things. First, forgiveness is not Yes, and you have heard this before, I am sure, if you are here, that forgiveness is not mm, a recognition that all is okay. No, it certainly is not. And we have told this one again and again and again and relayed to so many people that first and foremost, you must look after your human, for your human is not eternal. And your human, without it, your spirit, your soul, your divine self, your fractal of divinity cannot have this 3D experience. So, dear ones, look after yourself first, for it is your humanness that is the vessel, the boat in which we can experience all of this 3D-ness and the emotions that come with it. And forgiveness brings up so many emotions. Yes. So we want to foremost say that forgiveness is not an acceptance that all is okay, for most often it is not. Now, there are many aspects to forgiveness. For some of the forgiveness will come from your spirit self, your higher self that sees the larger picture, more at play, and has a remembrance of the blueprints and agreements that you made before you arrived here in your 3D body. So it may view the interaction with somebody as, oh, they are playing their part so well. Yes, yes, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is indeed what you wanted to experience. And your human self is what the bleep is going on. Yes, we understand that. So we are not saying that you must rely on your soul interpretation of forgiveness or of the activity or circumstance that is around that has brought up the paradigm of forgiveness. No, we do not. We also want to, we have told this one that indeed, if everything is going according to plan and the universe is always on your side, and we are, dear ones, we are, then and the idea or concept that everybody is doing the very best they can with the tools they have in the moment, then there is nothing ever to forgive, but rather simply look at the incident or the person and choose for yourself whether you continue to engage with them or not. Is this good for my human? Perhaps it is not. Then I am going to go away. Yes. Now, we do not expect all to embrace the idea that everybody is always doing the very best they can with the tools they have in the moment. So, this is how forgiveness has transpired. Now, you also do not need to be in the physical, direct connection with someone or an incident to be forgiving to them. Why no? And forgiveness is, as you probably have figured out, for you, not for them, anyways. Yes, forgiveness is simply an act of, it was best said by, well, this one heard it from the writer Wayne Dyer and perhaps the writer Jack Canfield, that it is indeed an opportunity to release yourself from the expectation that things will be different than they currently are. For in any moment, it is how it is. And you have interpreted it through your perceptions as a particular way. The other person may perceive it completely differently. This is true. But it is forgiveness is the opportunity to allow yourself to move beyond the thinking of, I no longer hold the expectation that something should have been different. Yes, for it was how it was, and now you can move on. Hmm. We invite you, if you have chosen this card this week, to look at and explore, yes, we like this word, explore the paradigm, the idea, the concept of forgiveness. And as always, we invite you to forgive yourself first. Yes. It too is an opportunity to allow yourself to move beyond what past the expectation that something should be different than it is. Yes, for many of you are beating yourself up around things that are as they are, as this one beats herself up around many things that are as they are. And the more you beat yourself up, the more you hold on to the energy that it should be different than it currently is. We will give you an example. Perhaps it is there should be more money in my bank account, or I should be farther along in my career than I am, or I should really speak to that sibling or parent that I am not, or, they should be, I should not judge them for what it is that they are doing. Yes, this is you beating yourself up. So we invite you to explore the idea, the concept, the paradigm of forgiveness and discover for yourself what truth you hold about forgiveness in this moment, and then explore different perceptions of it. For there are a large variety out there. Simply Google forgiveness and find out what other people are thinking. Perhaps read a blog or a thread of information on the internet to see what other people are thinking or how they describe it or so forth, and then explore, is there an opportunity here for me to try on a new description of forgiveness and see if that feels any better for me? Yes, yes. So this week, dear one, we invite you to explore the paradigm of forgiveness and try on a new description that may feel better for you. And as always, 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 hold what feels true to you and disregard the rest. We love you, you know. That was kind of a long one. Okay. It was I could just see like an open dictionary, and both pages were filled with descriptions of forgiveness, like this idea, that idea. This is what you should do. This is what you shouldn't do. That like all the different ideas we have or attachments we have around the idea of forgiveness, and simply like the invitation to explore it and to find out. I really like that a lot actually because what I felt was true before may feel different now. And we do tend to hold on to very tightly gripping the descriptions of ideas or paradigms that we know without having them change, especially if they're not challenged or not. Really, we need to explore in order to find out what else is possible and then try it on and see, right? Okay. Love it. Okay, if you picked card C, it is from the Shaman's Dream. Love this deck. And this card, oh, Lost Compass, Getting Back to Integrity. Wow, there are like big topics this week. Okay, isn't that a great card? I love the artwork. Okay. Okay, dear one. Integrity. Yes, it does feel indeed like a big or heavy topic, but we would rather for you simply describe it as the feeling of what feels true for you. For it is, integrity is indeed simply the idea or the word that describes being authentic to yourself. And we hear this word a lot, and most of you, it's a good buzzword, authenticity, but often it is muddled with how exactly do I know when I'm being authentic to me and not? Well, dear one, as always, go back to basics. When you are in integrity, it feels good. When you are out of integrity, it feels bad. That is the bottom line. So, when in your day are you speaking the truth and when are you not? And when is there an opportunity to, instead of speaking a non-truth, even if it is what you would call a white lie, simply keeping your mouth shut? Yes, for there are many times when you tell a little white lie or something that is not really true for you or something that you strongly agree or disagree with, because it will make things simpler or because you are simply overthinking what someone else is expecting from you. So you keep the truth or you do not speak what you really want to say in order to make the peace. But this is your assumption. This is your imagination gone amok, and the overthinking and the thinking that you know what others will respond to what you say or do. So instead, simply keep track today of when do I say something that does not feel good and when do I say things that do feel good. Now, the difference is that sometimes you will say something that feels a little scary or a little you may be nervous about saying that out loud because perhaps you have not made that declaration before or to this particular person or people. Well, do not confuse the feeling of I feel bad and out of integrity with the feeling of nervousness or excitement because you are stepping outside of what is your comfort zone. And yet it is indeed your truth. So integrity comes in all kinds of forms. It could be speaking or taking action or non-action or declining something. It could be saying yes to something or no to something. There are all forms of it, and it is taking place millions of times during your day. Yes, even from the point of are you in integrity with what you are wearing or what you are choosing to eat or so forth and so forth. So choose as you are going through your day, be sure to choose the one that feels best. And that will keep you in integrity. So we invite you today to explore once again the idea of exploration. Simply note to self, do I feel good or bad in this conversation, in this choice, in this decision, in what I am saying? And see how many times you go ahead with something that feels bad. Do not judge yourself for this, but this is simply testing the waters, finding the temperature, so to say, and not indeed a judgment upon yourself. It is awareness that will bring about transformation. Yes, dear one. And notice when others speak to you, do you feel the resonance of truth or the resonance of them out of integrity? Please note that most of you will be out of integrity unconsciously. So again, do not judge others, for you do not know what is the motivation behind their speaking, but rather simply notice and start to become aware. We love you, dear one. Oh, so much. All right. Oh, sorry, my phone rang in the middle of that. Okay, guys, I thank you. That was really cool. It was more like a like I could see when they said like it's like out of integrity is even what we wear, what we eat, what we the actions we take. All of that, like what feels good and what feels bad. And the more often we do something that feels good, it will lead to more things that feel good. And also, that what just came to me now was the reminder that when we're out of integrity, when we say something or do something that is against what our higher self or our human self knows to be in our best interest, we get weaker. When we are in integrity, when we're speaking the truth, when we're saying what we want to say, when we are taking action that is aligned, we get stronger. It's a physical reality. And you can, that's why muscle testing works. That's why pendulums work. That's why all of that stuff. It weakens us when we do things that we're out of integrity, and it strengthens us when we do things that are in integrity. Okay. So there you are. There's cards A, B, and C, and we will talk to you soon. I love you. Have a fabulous week, guys.